Hey everyone, how are you today? And it is a day in which I'm going to talk a little bit about your health and your stress. So, how many of you out there are solopreneurs? How many of you out there are small home based businesses? And sometimes working in your home environment, you just think you're not doing enough, or you think, oh my gosh, there's more to do. There's always more to do. Oh, I can't go to bed yet because there's more to do. So calm down. There's always more to do. We know that. We wash the dishes every day. We cook a meal every day. We cook 3 meals every day. We have to wash the car. There's always something to do. The challenge we have is learning how to relax. Now, I'm a solopreneur and I mentor others who want to be working their home based businesses and using social media as their outlet to market and to get to know people and to build their lead system. But the thing that I also know is that earlier in my life, when I ran a business and had 50 employees, I actually burned out at the end of 10 years because I didn't know some of the things I share with people now. I had to sell the business to regain my health. I took a year off before I made choices around what I was going to do next. It was an expensive time because I didn't spend a lot on doctor's bills, but just to live on your own for a year, luckily I had just enough to do that. But that didn't get me ahead. It got me into some good perspective so that I can now help people when they're trying to start their own business. Because I've reinvented a few times, and each time, what I notice in the pattern is that there is a stress level that comes about where you realize you're selling out, you are beating yourself up, you're just not having a good time with yourself. Well, that's a simple thing. You're not having a good time with yourself. And if you can't have a good time with yourself, you can't have a good time with anybody else. So what I usually find is sometimes before I get into session with someone, I got to help them calm down. So sometimes it's easily handled, and other times we all, as human beings, can get amped up. And I am one of the best examples of that. But I also have learned years ago, luckily, a friend told me about something called the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is our longest nerve in our body from our brain through all of our organ system. It activates our central nervous system and our parasympathetic system to relax. But it has to be on. Where does it sit? It sits right back in here. And it is at the top of the central nervous system chain. And so there are simple ways to do it. But let's take the funny part. Have you ever had a friend say, "What do I do? I am so stressed"? And if anybody ever told you go out in the middle of a field and yell and scream? Has anybody ever told you to get in your car and drive down the road screaming out the window? Well, it works because all of that activity back in here activates the vagus nerve. So now if you're in a quiet place and you want to do something, this is why people chant. Om Mani Padme Om activates the vagus nerve. If you hum your favorite song or you just sing out loud. Now, we're not talking about carrying a tune. That's not the important part. The important part is the vibration back in here. You need vibration. So how else can you get vibration back in there? You can gargle. That nice warm water gargle will do it. Or you can come in and you can tap behind your ears and tap in here. Or rub the bottom of your feet, but just tap your ears. All of that will open up the vagus nerve. So again, what we really have to think about when we're doing business for ourselves is what are the points of the day that we get stressed? So if you get stressed because you don't have enough leads, I got answers for you. If you get stressed because you don't know which social media platform is better for you, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram Reels or Instagram or Stories or Twitter or TikTok, I can help you make those choices. Now, I don't use all of those platforms. I have learned how to get to some of those places and use them and tools. But I realized that some of them, the planning, I'm a spontaneous poster. I mean, I plan ahead, it's in my schedule, but my content is not as strategized as, say, a public speech would be. So, and we've got Danielle on the phone today, and she's talking about oming for 5 minutes because it puts her to sleep, and but it also helps her get less nervous. So this is the fun stuff. So when I am a mentor coach to people and we're on the phone together and I can tell they're amped. They're amped. Before we can talk, we got to bring them down. So sometimes I'll have them just hum a bar, tap. It just depends on how open they are to the change. But if you need someone who will help you do that, then I'm really the person you want to connect with. If you're having frustration writing your emails, maintaining your list, maintaining your connection with the world, or you think that, oh my gosh, I didn't do enough yesterday, so now I got to double up today. Stop. Just stop. I am the best stress reducing coach because I know what stress is. I know the kinds of trouble it's gotten me into. I know the trouble. I know what I've had to do to get out of it. And I am not saying I don't stress. You can ask my husband. But I get out of it faster, move through whatever the issue is, because I have some systems in place and I have some coaches in place who will help me. And I have some good friends. We know when to balance that off. So if you do not have a relaxation system set up, and I know people say go meditate. I got to tell you, the ticker tape runs across my head if I meditate. I don't meditate that way. I meditate by either listening to a visualization or I meditate by chanting. And every time I chant, and my favorite one is the Kirtan Kriya, I am so calmed down. I am so focused. I get so much done when I do those. So what you want to do, thanks, Danielle. She said, I'm the best coach. I love it because part of coaching is not dumping new information in you. If you are not open because you're stressing, you're not a vessel to receive. So if you want to be a vessel to receive, you practice these or you work with me so that I can bring you into your center and you're calm each time before we go work on your social media platforms, on your posting skills, on your email skills, and on your strategies to grow those leads that you need to build that online business the way you want to. And if you want to join my newsletter, you just hit successwithmarla.com. And oh, I have another goodie for you tonight. If you really, really, really want to see Instagram Reels, I have a video I can share with you today. It dies tonight. And then we have follow-up on that video tonight to answer questions that came up. This was the most, bestest, goodest, whatever you want to say, video on Instagram Reels. So if Instagram Reels is your thing or you think you want it to be your thing, then you need to tap into successwithmarla.com today and get that link so that you can watch that video today. And then you want to skim through about the first 10 minutes and just get to the good part. Talk to you soon.